Tanucci, hosting the Beyond Social Media podcast with B.L. Achman in the middle and David Erickson all the way over there. So this is our second run at this hangout. B.L. Achman is the author of the blog what'snextblog.com. David Erickson is E-Strategy blog. And both are on Twitter. And both are tremendous marketers and strategists in all of marketing. We'll focus on social media for tonight. We started off our show with this section, What Went Wrong? What went wrong?
In the last week.
From last week, yes. And I'm going to lead with my little submission, which is I saw this study about brands that use social media, and I thought, it was a wonderful trend line about brands using social media, and most people are into it and things like that. But the thing that just drove me nuts was in this study, they said that about 20%, 25% of companies who are on social media respond when called out in social media. So, that's still a sign that a lot of people don't get it, right, BL?
That's 75% who don't respond.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's outrageous. I mean, when you think about that, you just wonder. I mean, look, I mean, we have all been dealing in social media for a long time now, and there are many days when I think like, I'm so done with this. And then you realize that you're at the beginning of something that brands are just waking up, agencies are just waking up. I mean, look at all the people who are saying, oh, this Google Plus thing, nobody uses it. It's a waste of time. Meanwhile, there's like 135 million people here. We're not nobody. And, if you want to be in search, you better be here, but they don't know that. So, if they don't know about Twitter and they don't know about, they just don't know at this point. I don't know if there's hope for them.
David,
Yeah,
is there a legitimate reason not to respond? I mean, why are so many companies reluctant to engage when they're being called out?
Yeah, I think there's very, very few exceptions to the rule of not respond. You should always respond. The astounding thing to me was, too, I think 58% said that social had an effect on their sales, yet 75% are ignoring. Of course, it's going to have an effect on your sales if you're ignoring your customers. It's a negative effect.
That's so funny. But, before pre-internet, I had this business called Rent-A-Fetch, which was a consumer complaint handling service. And the reason for it to exist was that companies didn't respond. And they only began to respond when a third party got involved. And after all, who the hell was Rent-A-Fetch? I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal agency. I'm just a third party at that time writing a letter on behalf of somebody who'd been ripped off. And now, companies are not realizing that the whole world really is watching when somebody's complaining, and that some little person in, sorry about podunk, but I'm going to say podunk, could really make trouble for you. Go back to the Wayback Machine, to the Bic pen thing with the little kid who showed that you could open a bicycle lock with a Bic pen and started all the problems. What is that, 15 years ago?